Hello everyone, welcome to the Solo Gaming Spotlight. Today we're getting ready to take on Ultron, and we're going to switch out some cards in our deck. We're going to remove another copy of Interrogation Room. We're going to remove our Chance Encounter. It's heavily reliant on a side scheme being out. The same with Followed. We're going to remove that as well. And then a second copy of Heroic or our other copy of Heroic Intuition. I find that we just do not put that in play. So we're going to remove them, and we're going to go ahead and add 3 other cards. So we had 43 in our deck. We're removing 4 down to 39. We're going to add 2. We're back up to 42. We're going to add another copy of Surveillance Team, which with Monica Chang pulling out all the surveillance teams in the deck and adding an extra Snoop counter, I feel that that card would work very well. Also another copy of Beat Cop in case we need to take out one of these drones with a quick shot. We have an extra spare. And Lay Down the Law. This is a thwart action, and after you change form, remove threat from a scheme. 4 threat instead if you paid for this using a mental resource. It's a hero's response, so we can only use it when we change from Peter Parker to Spider-Man. But it only costs 1, and being that the villain will just have schemed, once we flip forms, we will do that. We'll be taking on Ultron here. Now, first time I played Ultron, I missed something. It was after Ultron attacks, you choose either to place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion. So, I've since learned, to take care of that. The Crimson Cow, we do have the standard that's been added, and we did add the Under Attack to the deck as well as our obligation card. Put the Ultron drone environment into play, shuffle the encounter deck, and advance to stage 1B, which each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion, which I'll do once I shuffle my deck. I'm a little out of order of the normal setup, showing you the cards that I was removing from the deck. This is the Ultron drones environment, which each face down drone minion with a player has a scheme of 1, a base attack of 1, and a base hit point of 1. And then once it's defeated, it goes back to your discard pile. So we got Vulture set to the side there. We're going to shuffle this up, shuffle our player deck up, and I'm going to cut. Okay, so now we're going to deal out our starting hand. We have a hand size of 6. Avengers Mansion, good. Under Surveillance, that's excellent. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we're going to get rid of Monica Chang for now. I do like Beat Cop. Get rid of Nick Fury. I love my swinging web kicks. I really need some resource generation. Avengers Mansion is just too expensive, and I do want to get this on the main scheme right away, as the main scheme only needs 3 before it advances to the next scheme. So if we can get that up to 7 by getting that out right away, we're going to do that. All right, let's draw back up. The Power of Justice, that's excellent. 4 Justice, Enhanced Spider Sense, and Black Cat. We didn't get any resource generation cards out, but that's quite okay. I think what we're going to do is immediately use our Power of Justice to get Under Surveillance out. We're going to go ahead and put that under the main scheme. Actually, before I can do any of that, first things first is I dealt my starting hand, I took my mulligan. The top card of my deck goes down. I think I went out of order there, but it is what it is. All right. What the hell's going on? We're going to put Under Surveillance under the scheme. And let's get, man, I need Black Cat out there to take care of these drones for me. We'll spend Enhanced Spider Sense and our mental resource to get Black Cat into play. Flip this over. And we'll get rid of For Justice. We'll discard that. We're going to hold on to Beat Cop. See if we can get that out next round. Black Cat's going to attack the drone. And Spider-Man's going to go ahead and hit Ultron. Now, Ultron starts with 17 hit points. So we're going to knock him down from 17 to 15. And then, of course, Spider-Man starts with 10. Which we're going to have those over there, too. I will pan up on the villain's turn. This is so you can get a close-up and see what I'm doing. Let's draw back up, refresh, draw back up to hand size of 5. Interrogation Room, Spider Sense, Genius, Swinging Web Kick. Still did not get, what we're looking for here. All right, so start of the villain's turn. First thing we do is we put Threat on here. 1 per player. And then Ultron is going to see that we are in hero form. He's going to initiate an attack, which Spider-Man gets to draw a card. We got a Haymaker. And Ultron's going to attack. To attack. Plus, we're going to go ahead. We'll defend against that. To attack. +1 is 3. We didn't take any damage. Now we have to deal with an encounter card. Flip that out. Upgraded drones. Each face-down drone minion gets +1 attack. Actually, before we do that, after Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face-down, engage with you as a drone minion. We're going to put the threat on the main scheme there. A little bit more playroom than we had before. But basically, each drone is now +1 to their stats. That is it for Ultron. Back to Spidey's turn. Oops. Yeah, he's exhausted from defending. Heck, we'll use Black Cat to take an extra 1 off Ultron. He's down to 14 health. We're going to use Genius and Enhanced Spider Sense. That's 3 resources to pay for Beat Cop. Put Beat Cop out. We're going to use Haymaker to pay for Interrogation Room. I'm going to start getting some threat removal out there. And that's going to be it for our turn. We're going to refresh. We're going to draw back up to 5. For Justice. Let's get some resource generation. Jessica Jones. Daredevil. Lay down the law. That's our new card. All right. Let's go to Ultron. All right, Ultron's going to immediately add 1. Then he is going to attack. Spidey is going to defend it. 2, 3 damage. Spider-Man does defend it. We got to draw a card because he initiated an attack, and we got Helicarrier. We need to get that out. After Ultron attacks you, 1 threat in the scheme, or you put the top card of your deck into play. Right now, we'll take the threat because they're a little bit tougher to hit. Spider-Man's already exhausted. The drone will get an extra attack in there. Steal an encounter card. Upgraded drones. Oh, goodness gracious. They are up to 3 scheme. 3 attack and 3 threat. We really need to get those out of there. All right, back to Spider-Man. We're in a tough spot here. First thing we'll do is we'll use Beat Cop to take 1 threat off the main scheme, bring it to him. We could use the extra mental resource, to be honest with you, from Lay Down the Law, which is an event. But We need Helicarrier out there. We're going to play Lay Down the Law, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. 3 of those. That decreases the next card we play by 1. We will use it. And Swinging Web Kick, which hurts my feelings, to play 4 Justice to remove 3 threat from a scheme. I'll remove all the threat from the scheme. Black Cat will attack Ultron for 1. He's down to 13. Let's refresh. Everybody, draw back up to our hand size of 5. First Aid, Webbed Up, Ingenuity, Quinn Carrier, and Strength. Okay. We're in a good spot. Back to Ultron. He's going to 1 threat on the main scheme. He's going to attack, so he's initiating an attack. Another copy of Beat Cop. Then Spider-Man's going to defend. 2 attack, 3 attack. He defends, takes no damage. Now we get, we'll put an extra threat on the main scheme. And then we'll get dealt an encounter card. Oh, eviction notice. You may flip to alter ego form. Choose one. Exhaust Peter Parker. We can't because we're already exhausted. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. This card gains surge. Discard this obligation. That's just awful. We lost a copy of Beat Cop. That stinks. What also stinks is we get dealt another encounter card. Wow, that is rough. Shadow of the Past. We're going to bring Vulture into play and his side scheme, Highway Robbery, which gets 3 threat on it, as we can see from this here. It's going to increase the acceleration by 1, and then we shuffle his cards into the deck. Vulture has, Quick Strike. He's going to do 3 points of damage. Spidey is going to take it. 7. Then, when revealed, we have to place a random card from our hand there. Webbed Up. And that is it for Ultron's turn. There's a little bit of a wrench into our plan. We're going to spend Strength to 2 resources to get Ingenuity into play. We're going to decrease the cost of our next card by 1, generate a mental resource, and pay First Aid to pay for the 3 for Quinn Carrier. So, Beat Cop, it's going to take 1 of the threat off of here. Black Cat is going to do 1 damage to Vulture. And that's all we're going to be able to do. Perhaps we will have a better turn this next time. Surveillance Team. Aunt May. Backflip. Spider Tracer. And Web Shooter. Okay. He's gonna put a threat on the main scheme. 2 threat due to the highway robbery. Ultron's going to initiate an attack. We're gonna draw a card. Another backflip. We're just gonna take this. 2, 3, 4. We will just do a backflip to get out of that. After he attacks you, we're going to either place 1 threat or put the top card of our deck into play. We're going to put an extra threat on there. Bring it up to 5. Vulture's going to attack. I'll take the 3. That'll bring us down to 4. Let's get dealt an encounter card. The villain attacks you. I'm glad I didn't use my backflip for him. Draw a card because he initiates an attack. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use our other backflip to get out of that. And back to our turn. I think we can do some things here. Let us take Beat Cop. We'll take 1 off of here and bring it over there. That's off of the highway robbery scheme. It only has 1 threat left. We get this threat under control. First things first, I guess. Let's use our helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play. We're going to play Spider Tracer and attach it to a minion. When the minion's defeated, we'll remove 3 threat from a scheme. Black Cat's going to do 1. Spidey's going to do 2. We're going to hit Vulture for the remaining 3. Knock him out. And then we're going to remove 3 threat from a scheme, which we're going to take off the main scheme. Bring that down to 2. We're going to use Interrogation Room. After you defeat a minion, exhaust Interrogation Room and remove 1 threat from a scheme. We'll remove that from Highway Robbery. We'll get rid of that and the extra acceleration token. We'll get our card back, which is webbed up. We'll use this to generate a mental resource to put out a copy of Web Shooter, which comes out with 3 web counters on it. We will use Quentin. You know what? Now might be a good time to generate a wild resource. Use a copy of Webbed Up. Use a copy of Surveillance Team to get rid of one of these upgraded drones, which we need a mental, energy, and a physical. We used the wild for the one we were missing. Get rid of 1 copy of that. And we'll use our other Surveillance Team to put Aunt May into play. There's still 2 threat on the main scheme, so we're not going to flip back to Peter Parker form just yet. We are going to refresh everything. Draw back up to hand size. There's another Beat Cop. Another Web Shooter and an Energy. Oops, sorry about that. And another Surveillance Team. Okay, excellent. First thing we'll do, add 1 to the main scheme. Bring that up to 3. Ultron's going to initiate an attack. We're going to draw a card. A copy of Webbed Up. We are going to use Spidey to defend this because we're down to 4 health. 2, if this activation deals damage to a friendly character, stun that character. I'm glad we did defend it. So only 2. We didn't take any damage. After he attacks, we're going to go ahead and put the threat out. We're going to keep the drones out of play for now until we get them back to 1 health. Deal an encounter card, the villain attacks you. So he initiates another attack, which gives us a swinging web kick. Gosh, we only have 4 health. We're going to have to use Black Cat to defend this. 2 damage, knocks her out. We could have taken it. Flipped over to Aunt and had Aunt May heal us back. All good. All right. Let us use Beat Cop. 2 down to 1. I'm going to spin my Web Shooter to put my other Web Shooter into play. Try to keep them on the screen. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to spend my energy and I Webbed Up to play my other copy of Beat Cop. I will spend the 3 resources here, and I will get Mockingbird into play. And when she comes into play, she stuns an enemy. So we're going to take Ultron's attack out next round. All right, choose Beat Cop. 1 threat over here. All right, do adjust that real quick. Let's continue on. Minions. I think we're going to use Mockingbird She'll take a consequential damage. Knock Ultron down to 12. And that's going to be it. We're going to reset. And draw back to our hand size of 5. 3. All right. Run out of cards in our deck. We deal ourselves a face down encounter card. We don't reveal it right now. You just deal it, and then step 4 is when you reveal them. Oh, the villain phase. All right. For Justice and Nick Fury. First thing is we're gonna place threat. Ultron's going to go to attack. He's going to become unstunned, so he didn't initiate it. We don't get to draw a card. He is going to deal us a face down encounter card. Let's deal with that. The Vulture's Plans. Discard 1 card at random from each player's hand. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different resource. So it's only going to be 1 resource. Oh, our Swinging Web Kick. And that is the first card in our discard pile. This goes up to 4. Next, Program Transmitter. Attach this one to Ultron. After Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Not the worst, but it does add 1 scheme to bring him up to a scheme 2. All right. I'm going to use the Power of Justice, which is going to double the number of resources for a Justice card to play Surveillance Team. So we'll get a Surveillance Team out there, put 3 Snoop counters on it. That'll help us control the threat as well. And we will use Helicarrier to decrease the cost of Nick Fury. Do I want to do that? Yeah. Let's decrease the cost of Nick Fury. We will use Quinn Carrier to bring him down to be 1, 2. We'll use Ingenuity, which will be 3. And for Justice will be 4. Nick Fury will come into play. And we're going to use him to draw 3 cards. Webbed Up, Black Cat, and Strength. We'll use Strength to put Black Cat in play, and we'll keep Webbed Up. You know what? We won't keep Webbed Up. What we're going to do is we're going to use this to generate a wild, this to generate a wild, and use this as our physical. We're going to get rid of this Upgraded Drones card. Bringing the drones back down to just 1 hit point, 1 attack. So now we will use Beat Cop to move a threat from the scheme here. We'll use this Beat Cop to do the same. That'll go up to 2. This will get removed. So we use our Surveillance Team. I think we save our Surveillance Team and use Nick Fury to thwart. Bring that all the way down to 0. So I think we'll bring Spidey over to, well, there's no side schemes. Black Cat will do a point of damage. Mockingbird will do a point of damage. We got Ultron to 10. And we're not going to flip. We're not going to flip. Let's just bring them all back, refresh everything. Oh, Spidey didn't go, did he? I can't remember, so we're just going to lose that attack. Let's redraw. 1, 2, 3. Back flips came out. 4, 5. Monica Chang. That's a good one. All right. Back to Ultron's turn. Ultron is going to have 1 scheme. Replace threat. He's going to attack. He's going to initiate the attack. We're going to draw a card, a Swinging Web Kick. Excellent. 2. Nick Fury's going to block. Boom. This activation deals damage to a character. Stun that character. Well, Nick Fury, you are stunned. And you're out of play. Move Black Cat over. Now we get dealt a face down encounter card. Repair sequence. When revealed, Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. If no damage is healed this way, this card gains surge. Well, there are no drones. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. After Ultron attacks you, we'll place 1 threat on the main scheme. Instead of bringing a drone out, now that we know what this is, we'll let this gain surge. Deal with the consequences. Concussive Blast. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. Oh, knock her out. Black Cat will get 1. And we will go down to 3. All right, that is Ultron's turn. Let's bring it back to us. And we'll use both our beat cups to get rid of the threat on the main scheme. And give some to the beat cups. We will generate a mental resource, spend a mental resource. That'll satisfy the 2 mental resources to discard. Move Black Cat over. I want to use my swinging whip kick. We'll reduce it to the cost of 2. That'll be 1 of the 2. Hey, that's only 1. That'll be 2 of the 2. And that'll pay for swinging whip kick. 8 points of damage. Straight to Ultron's head. We'll bring him down to 2. And Spidey will smack him. Ultron 1 is gone. Ultron 2 comes into play. He's now a 2 scheme, 2 attack. And went from a 1-2 to a 2-2. When Ultron attacks you, put the top card of your deck. So we're just straight out placing the top card of our deck down as a drone minion. We don't have the option for threat anymore. All good. Oh, his health is what? 22. It's quite a large chunk. 22. Black Cat will knock him down to 21. Now, let us... We have 1 more resource we can spend. That's all we have is 1 more resource. I like all these cards. I know what we can do. No, we can't, because this is a hero resources web shooter. We can't use that when we are Peter Parker. But we are going to flip over to Peter Parker for him. Sorry about that. Flip over to Peter Parker. We'll use Aunt May to heal us 4 to bring us to 7. I think that's all we're going to do. Let's refresh. Draw up to 6. Lay down the law. Webbed up. We may just web him up. We place 1 thread on the main scheme. Then Ultron is going to scheme. Scheming for 2, 3, 4. He got that bad boy up quick. If he gets an advance, we're definitely going to the next, advancing to the next stage. Deal an encounter card. Rage of Ultron, alter ego. Ultron schemes. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed this way. So he's scheming. He's definitely advancing it. 2, choose to either spend a physical resource or put the top card of your deck into play. Engage with you as a drone minion. You know what? We'll put the top card of our deck. Engage with us as a drone minion. And then we had to do something else. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed this way, which was 2. It was just 2, which will advance the scheme. We'll discard the top 2 cards of our deck. We lost Jessica Jones. Oh, and a swinging web kick. All right, the Crimson Cow is going to advance. So this is going to go back to our discard pile. We are going to get to the assault on NORAD. As you pursue Ultron, you receive a distress call from North American Aerospace Defense Command in Colorado. They're besieged by an army of Ultron drones. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, engage with them as a drone minion, and we advance to stage B. So we get another drone minion in play. After placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of their deck into play face down. Now that has a threat cost of 10 before it advances to the next scheme. Let's not get there. We can handle this. First things first is we're going to use Aunt May to heal us 4. We can't go past our max hit points, so we're just going to 10. Now we have quite a few options. We don't have any threat to remove on the main scheme. Black Cat is going to ping one of these guys out. We lost the power of justice. We'll use, no, we can't use interrogation because there's no threat. We are going to reduce the cost of webbed up by 1 with helicarrier. Now we got to pay 3. 1, 2. Parker. Let's take this back. Let's think this over. We want to get Monica Chang out there. She's going to cost 3. We'll use 1, 2, and we'll use Peter Parker's mental resource to pay for Monica Chang. And after she enters play, we're going to search our hand and discard pile for a copy of Surveillance Team. So it's definitely in here. Surveillance Team. We put that into play. All right, copy of Surveillance Team support and put it into play. Place 1 Snoop counter on each surveillance team you control. So first it'll get its normal 3. All right, that's there. Now we add 1 to each scheme. There we go. So we can definitely handle threat with 2 beat cops, some surveillance teams out there, and our interrogation room. It is time to start whooping him. Let's flip the Peter Parker or Spider-Man form. We're going to spend one, 2, 3, 4 to play webbed up. We're gonna web up Ultron. We'll keep our backflips because he will come back and attack us at some point. Spidey's gonna hit him for 2. Monica Chang is gonna hit him for 1. Let's see, 1 from Monica Chang, 2 from Spidey. We got Ultron down to 18 health. First thing that's gonna happen is threat's gonna go there, and then we have to decide, do we want 2 more threat? Yeah, we'll take 2 more threat. Otherwise, they'll both get attacks in. Then Ultron's going to go. He's going to remove webbed up and bring it to a stunned. And then we're going to deal a face down encounter card and reveal it. Concussion blasters. Attached to the villain. The villain now gains retaliate 1. I'll have to exhaust our hero and spend 2 mental resources. Discard this card. You know what we forgot to do? Refresh everything. And draw back up to hand size. Before Justice, a Haymaker, and a Spider Tracer. Alright. We do not have a Spidey kick. Or a swinging web kick. Black Cat will knock him out. Surveillance team. We'll use Beat Cop to remove one of these. We'll use Beat Cop to bring that down to 1. And then after we defeated that minion, we'll also use that to remove the last threat from the scheme. Well, we'll just spend these 2 to play Haymaker. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. We will knock him down to 15. Spidey will attack him for 2 more, 13. Monica Chang will hit him for 1 more to bring him to 12. Then we'll generate a wild resource. And another wild resource from our web shooter. That is 2 wilds. Oh, we won't exhaust. We will give him his 2 health back. Instead of hitting him, we'll exhaust our hero and spend these to discard this card. And prevents him from getting +1 attack. That's it. Let's refresh everything. And remember to draw back up this time. 3, 4, give me a web kick. 5, back to Ultron. 1, whoop, instead of taking the drone, we'll put 2 threat on it. Ultron will go to attack, he'll become unstunned. Deal us a face down encounter card. Reveal it. Android efficiency. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engaging them as a drone minion. That was harmless. We will do the same thing. That'll go to 8, that'll go to 5. We'll remove 2 threat from the main. Black Cat will ping him out. Interrogation room, after we defeat a minion, we remove a threat from a scheme. Then we'll spend 2. We'll reduce the cost of the next card by 1. That'll make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Daredevil's going to come into play. Spidey will hit him for 2. Daredevil will hit him for 2. Monica Chang will hit him for 1, so that's going to be 5 points of damage. Monica goes away. And we've got Ultron down to 9 health. Let's refresh everything. Go back to Ultron. Wait a minute. We got to draw back up to 5 cards. Enhanced Spider Sense. Web kick, web kick, web kick. Avengers Mansion. 1 threat on the main scheme. We'll make our choice and we'll put 2 more instead of dealing with drone. Ultron will attack. That initiates an attack on us. Spider-Man has full health and a couple of backflips. Let's take it. 2, 3, 4. We'll backflip out of it. Face down encounter card. Let's reveal it. Vibranium armor. After the villain takes damage, give it a tough status card. We want to get rid of that. We got to get rid of 2 physicals, and exhaust our hero to get rid of that. Let's play Genius. Reduce it by 1. Enhance Spider Sense. That's 1, 2, 3. Bringing that down. We'll play Avengers Mansion. Just put it right there. We'll use it to draw a card. No cards left in our deck. So we get a face down encounter card. Shuffle these up. So now we have a chance of getting a swinging web kick. And finishing him off this turn. He's got 9 health left. He does have a retaliate. Oh no, he gets a tough status card. So we want to get rid of that with 2 physicals. We'll use Queen Carrier. And I guess we could use our backflip unless we get a physical here. Let's see what happens. Surveillance team, it's not a physical. Well. Let's exhaust Spidey. We'll spend backflip and Queen Carrier for the 2 and just discard this attachment. Didn't want to lose backflip, but we're late in the game. We're okay. And we can cancel a treachery. 3 damage. Daredevil goes away. Ultron is down to 6. Could possibly take him out next turn. Each copy of Beat Cop. That goes up to 9. That goes up to 6. That's down to 1. We don't have a minion. We'll use a surveillance team to remove that last threat. And discard surveillance team. Let's refresh all of our cards. We just need a swinging web kick. 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't get it. Back to Ultron. Let's place 1. We'll make our choice and take 2 more threat. Ultron's going to attack. He generates an attack. Haymaker. That'll do it. That'll do it, just barely. We will take the attack. 2, 3, 4 points of damage. Oh yeah, we gotta put the top card. I think we forgot to do that last time. That's gonna probably cost us a swinging web kick right there. They'll hit us for 2 more. It's getting dangerous now, especially with 2 encounter cards coming out. Ultron's Imperative. First player puts the top 2 cards of their deck into play face down, engage with them as drone minions. We are up to 4 drone minions now. And we get an extra encounter card, which I do put right away to make up for the accidental cheating I do. The Villain Schemes. 2. Choose either spend a mental resource. We'll spend the mental resource. Put the top card of your deck into play. So we spent the mental resource. But he did scheme for 2. He's up to 5. And finally, a guard. We can't knock him out. You know what? We got an answer for this. When advanced Ultron drone is defeated, the engaged player puts a top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Exhaust and discard Beat Cop. Deal 1 damage to a minion for each threat here. So that's going to go away. And so is the advanced Ultron drone. When he's defeated, we get another one. We have 5 drone minions, just like Ultron. When we defeat him, we'll remove 1 threat from a scheme. We'll use the other beat cop to remove that threat from this game. You know what? He's got 6 health left. Yeah. Spend 2. Play Haymaker. Deal with any other shenanigans. Down to 3. Black Cat down to 2. Spidey knocks him down and out. They don't have guard. We don't have to defeat them or anything like that. All right, we beat Ultron. So we tinkered with Spidey's deck as we went along, and we fought all 3 of the villains from the core box with Spidey. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to play with a different character from the core box or not, and go through all 3 again, or if you want me to fight a different one. I have everything up to Age of Apocalypse except for Nightcrawler. Everything else I own. All right, until next time.